Hi, my name is Jordan. I am the program co-chair for hashtag CAP in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Rho Theta Omega chapter. Hashtag CAP, which is an abbreviation for college admission process, it is designed to assist students in their efforts to enter college by providing a hands-on approach that includes all the steps from researching various colleges to actually completing the application process. We'll be interviewing different types of students to find out the student that you would like to be. Would you like to be in res life, a student athlete, maybe go to a community college and then transfer to a four-year university? Well, here is when you can find out how. We're going to help you pick your choice. Today we'll be interviewing Aarynn. She's a student athlete.
Hi, my name is Aarynn Crawley. I'm an alumni from St. Joseph's University, where I majored in actuarial science with a double minor in computer science and Italian. Throughout my 4 years of college, I ran track as a long jumper and triple jumper.
So, Aarynn, what were some challenges that you faced being a student athlete?
Some of my challenges were a lot to do with school. So you basically it was like you had two things. It was school and sports. So on the bus, so we had to meet every single weekend. So going on the bus, you had to just make sure you had all the stuff to study with. And sometimes people had to take tests while on the bus just because it was more easily to be done that way, because if you were missing classes. You also got time to miss class, but you were always accountable for the work that you missed, and you had to make sure you made it up. It wasn't, and you had to make sure you communicated with your teachers what days you were missing, if you have to move assignments, and they can also communicate to your coach, but it's mostly directly responsible on you to make sure you communicate to your teachers, unless there's like a big issue.
Usually, how long was your travel?
So my travel ranged from 2 hours to 4 hours, but
Wow.
there were some big meets that say we're in like Virginia, so that's like 5 hours. And before we would go up to Boston, 5 to 6 hours, and it's kind of like some of them you would stay overnight, and so it'd be there and back. But say the meet would be like 2 days, so you get a nice day in a hotel with all your friends and everything, but it was always on the mind that the next day, like, you have a meet, this is what we're here for, so no playing around.
How did you manage your time being a student athlete if you were traveling up to 4 hours, then having to do a meet, and then have to travel back?
So an agenda book was my best friend. I basically wrote down when I needed to be somewhere, when all my assignments were due, and even like sometimes my like study times. And I also got really good at just using alarms on my phone. So say I went back to my dorm to like take a nap as much as I could possibly, and I only had an hour, I'll make sure I set an alarm for, okay, in 55 minutes I have to be leaving because I have to be here. And I was just very constructive on where I was at certain times. And just on the bus, like, basically just use your time wisely. Instead of sitting there watching videos on the bus, why don't I study and use that time to be more productive than just watching videos the whole time?
So were you able to join any other clubs or do any other activities? It sounds like school and track was just a lot.
I was in Black Student Union. I was in Italian club. I did I did a lot with computer science. I was in an actuarial club. I'm also a member of AKA Sorority, which takes a lot of time. And I was able to do multiple things that I wanted to do, even with having the time commitment of track. Even track also, like, so we had practice basically every day. Starting in October, we had practice every day, and then lifting twice a week. So basically you always knew where you had to be beforehand, so it's easy to kind of plan stuff out. It just takes more planning than, oh, I want to do this today.
Right. Now, were you recruited, or how did you become a part of the team?
No, I was not recruited. So when I graduated high school, I knew I really wanted to do actuarial science, and that was one of my passions. So I went looking for a school that did that, and I found that at St. Joe's. And because of that, I was like, okay, well, now let me see if I can run track and do jumping. So over the summer, I contacted the coach through email. He's like, yeah, you can join the team. Like, no problem about it. You're on the roster. Thanks for your stats. Like, you're good. We just don't have any scholarships for you. So throughout my whole 4 years, I never got a scholarship, but I really just enjoyed the team commodity and being with everybody and doing a sport that I love.
Do you have any advice for any student athletes out there?
My advice would just be to manage your time. I would say just use alarms, know where you have to be, and also take school seriously. Because I know my school, like if your grades are bad, you did not play. Like it was a very big thing because my coach was very big on our GPA, and we were one of the best sports team with like over a 3.3 GPA, which is like really good for like the whole. Because we were also one of the biggest teams because track and cross country were together.
Right.
So just make sure you also manage your time and just take school seriously too, because you're there for school more than you're there for a sport.
Well, thank you so much, Aarynn, for interviewing with us. This has been great.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope this helped to make your decision if you would like to become a student athlete. See ya.